it's a weird time on a Wednesday, but I got off, so here we go. Just gonna get up post on Twitter and stuff real quick. Just bear with me. Right, so today, it's only gonna be an hour, shorter stream, but it's fine, whatever. Just want to get something done, a stream. Just wanted to stream a little bit, because I haven't been able to do that in a long time. And today we're going to be playing some Boros Burn in Standard. I've been having a lot of fun with this deck. It just tears through ladder. Similar to the Phoenix deck. We play a bunch of games in under an hour. It's insane how quick this thing can go sometimes. I'm going to run through the list. Just try to point out some of the key cards. Might be all of them. There's not a lot. This deck is 90% duplicates, as most Boros decks tend to go. Right. So, 4 Hopeful Initiates. Fairly basic, you know. Great way to take out artifacts and enchantments. Gets real big real quick. Great faces Kakazan, probably the best saga from Kamigawa. I don't know why I blanked for a minute there. Just does everything you need to do in Boros. Deals damage. Makes your creature bigger, and is a haste creature that exiles your opponent's creatures as well. Just very good. Play with fire. No reason for this card to exist. It's a better shock, and shock was functionally fine. So don't know why this thing was printed, but whatever, is what it is. We're going to use it. Luminarch Aspirant. This needs no introduction. One of the best rares in Standard. Probably the best rare in White, I have to say. Just sees a shitload of play everywhere. Valor Stance is removal. One of the fun of. Bloodthirsty Adversary can cast spells from the bin if pay 2 in a red. Plus gets bigger and is a 2/2 with haste for 2. Can swing for 4 on turn 2 with Hopeful Initiate, which is very good. Royal Eruption is a lightning strike with a kicker. Very good damage spell. Can go dome as well, which is super nice. Only downside is its sorcery speed. Oh, excuse me. Brutal Cathar, one of the best removal spells on a creature in Standard. And is a 3/3 first striker at night. Fairly good. Sunrise Cavalier is a 3/3 trample haste for 3 that can put counters on your permanents if it becomes night or day, which is brutal. Thunder and Raiju, 3/3 with haste for 4 this time, but puts counters on creature control and will dome your opponent for as many creatures that are modified. In this case, they're going to be counters. That's all for these spells. Rounding out the lands, we have a Django, is of course just one of the best lands to be printed recently. And Sokazan, same thing. Create 2 1/1s late game. Otherwise, it's just a mountain. Doesn't really matter. Along with that, 2 Den of the Bugbears, again, super useful. The mana lands from D&D are just so strong, it's difficult to make an argument not to include them. We also have a Fury Comstarl. Only have one, unfortunate, but oh well. And 4 Needle Verge Pathways, just rounding out the lands. This deck initially ran the slow lands, which I don't like in this deck. Having your lands enter tapped in an aggro deck is probably the worst that you can do. Especially turn 1, 2, and 3. Honestly, it's better just to run mountains and plains over them. But I will stop talking. I'm just going to let the deck speak for itself. It is very good, very quick, and just capable of doing a ton of damage before your opponent even knows what hits him. And is typically capable of outgrowing a Meathook Masker, the probably scariest card to this deck. So yeah, no, let's see how it goes. I'll prove why I enjoy this deck so much. That's words I said. Okay. Alright, let's get game 1 going here. Come on, Arena, you can do it. Come on. Come on. Alright. Fine. Command faces Kakazan on 1, Luminarch Aspirant on 2. Play the Snarl. Reveal the Mountain. Kameno your face. Fiend's Tower, so it looks like Esper mid-range. This is the most mid-range heavy format we've seen in a while. which is kind of concerning. Mid-range tends to be... Alright, come on, man. Stop spamming that. Which tends to be kind of annoying for an aggro deck. Just hopefully you can get there faster. Aggro, obviously, the way it tends to work, aggro beats control, control beats mid-range, mid-range beats aggro. It's a rock, paper, scissors match. And we were on the draw as well, which is kind of unlucky. Obviously, you want to go first every time, but doubly so for the Boros aggro, just because getting that land advantage and getting that creature advantage would be brutal, or is brutal. There's your Fiend. Oof. Alright. Well, that's bad. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to attack. I'll put a counter on the etching, and we're just going to rumble. I mean, I'm not playing mana efficient, and I'm kind of playing very awkwardly for that Luminarch Aspirant, but I gotta force them to think and maybe potential block and Royal Eruption. That Rafine's super strong, super scary. One of the best cards in Standard right now, if not the best. However, it needs a bunch of friends to do anything real relevant. So hopefully we can get that second land and pay for that, or the fourth land and pay for Brutal Cathar. We can't. Okay. Well, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage. Kind of look. Gonna play Luminarch Aspirant, I think. Just play the third, get another point damage across. They have Wander. I can almost guarantee it. One thing I attack with is going to be exiled. I know that for a fact. But I have to attack into this. I have to force the Wanderer to be played. There it is. Here's a question. I think that's the wrong answer.
Let me. You are not much of a roadblock.
I don't think exiling the etching was the right idea there. Unless they have more removal for the aspirants, I think they're infinitely more dangerous than just a 2/2, or what was base at 2/2 and doesn't really do anything against this board. I know guarantees exile and all, but this deck doesn't. The Esper deck, I should say, doesn't really have a lot of recursion, to my knowledge.
Moves to teach.
Yep. They're only pitching lands, though. That's still super useful. Drawing and discarding a land every turn. Looks like they probably have. Yep, Bloodchief's Thirst. See ya, Aspirant. Damn, still no fourth land. Okay. Well, I'm gonna Royal Eruption to kill off the Wanderer. Just get that thing dead right now. And then we'll play an Aspirant. Or an Initiate, excuse me. Still get 2 counters on Aspirants. Or on the other Aspirant, I should say. Still attack for 6, they're at 3. I assume they have another Wanderer. If they let this go through and I just use lethal, I'll be so pissed. Spirit Interceptor, crap. Alright, well. I'm shocked that they didn't play that and bounce my Royal Eruption. That I think would have been a better play. But, oh well, I'll take it. So they're at 6, 7, potentially 8 life right now, but I still have lethal because of that Royal Eruption. Hopefully. Oof. Alright. We take 7, they gain 5, they go to 8. We have lethal on board thanks to Luminarch Aspirants. It's a lot of mana open. Well, Thundering Raiju should guarantee lethal no matter what, but we'll see. They got another Interceptor, and that could just be game. Make disappear. They still have to worry about the 2 aspirants. Banshee verse 2, shit. Hasty GG from our opponent. Don't think that's a good game. Don't think it's game over just yet, I should say. No team connive. Please don't pitch 2 spells. They did. Fuck. Well, we got blocked that interceptor. Adversary's probably not going to do it. I gotta brew up with all that interceptor. That's always risky, getting rid of something with an ETB effect off the Brutal Cathar just because it's such a big target. I do think they might have me if they activate that hive. Looks like they're going to. They can also blitz out Tenacious Underdog. Yeah, that's game. It's 5, 6, 7 damage. Nope, just 5. I'll take the 5. Not ideal, but maybe I can get rid of that Rathine somehow. Don't think I can. Shit. Well, that's a great start. Yeah, I'm dead. Oh, god damn it. Well, we're off to a great start. I mean, clearly I made a mistake letting Fiends stick around for so long, but there's nothing I can do about that. I had no way to remove it. I guess I probably could have played the, oh, what's his face? The Brutal Cathar, and then hope I could flip it to day and then night, or night then day, but again, that just seemed super risky and didn't seem worth it. Oh well. Let's get the next game going. Gotta shake it off. That's one game, got massacred, kind of. Just, again, it's awkward for an aggro deck. This deck is super inconsistent with your land to spell ratio, and I don't know why. Sometimes you get flooded, sometimes you get screwed, and it seems to be much more drastic than once every 10 games, for instance. It's every other game, you get the other problem. Like here, we almost have more lands than we did we almost had more lands in our opening, and now we do have more lands than we had in the previous game. Just, I don't know. Like I keep saying, for an aggro deck, it is shockingly inconsistent. Which is super concerning, because that's what an aggro deck should be, consistent. But, oh well. Oh, I was gonna say, if I fucked up and played that as a Needle Verge, I'd be pissed. Right, so 3 burn spells against Mono White's very useful. Probably the best I could hope for, honestly. One of the better hands I could hope for, I should say. And I'm gonna play with Fire their face just to get a land out of the way, or keep Raiju on top. I'm happy with that. Mana flips, we just rumble. Potentially 2 for 1. Potentially 2 for 1 our opponents right here if they double block like that. Alright, play with Fire, one of the hopeful initiates. So that one's exiled, the other one dies, and they take 2. Honestly, that may have been the game-changing turn, we'll see. And only 1 red open for our opponents is very good for us. They can play with Fire, they actually know all they want. They got a Raiju coming at them. This is just GG. Raiju and Hopeful Initiate, they're both going to go exponentially. Very difficult to deal with. Raiju's just going to deal a ton of damage to their face. Your Royal Eruption, take out any creatures, down the Bugbear if things get real rough in late game. This game's pretty much over. Honestly, Raiju's cool, but I don't think that's going to bring him back. And I mean, we just Royal Eruption. We Royal Eruption kill him, so I think... Yeah, no, definitely won't bring him back. That's game right there. Our first win of the day, let's go. We're still on Platinum 4 since I started this series, which is super unfortunate, but plan is going to get there using these. I'm going to show you the grind, show you the journey to get there every month. And hopefully I get to Mythic every month. I made it a couple times before, both times run aggro decks. I think I ran mono white to get there the first time, and then I ran mono the second time. And of course I got there through Phoenix. Made top 250 with mono white as well. A couple months ago, pre-Kamigawa, I believe. Then went 0-3 with that historic Phoenix deck, best of 3, which just not going to went right that day. But that is a story for another time. We're focusing on here, that now I'm on red, and this is another pretty good hand. Unfortunately, we are going to draw again. Our opponent is on the mole, so that's definitely a good sign for us. I mean, play with fire, Commander faces Coxon, Bloodthirsty Adversary, very good. Very good cards to have in the opening. Looks like it's going to be another aggro deck, so I'm always happy to see play with fire and Brutal Cathar and Royal Eruption join our removal suite in hand. So honestly, we are in real good shape here. Boros, but no plays. Okay, that's concerning. Well, I gotta play the pathway as Pillar Verge, just because if I don't, I'm gonna be in real bad shape later on. And I like to hold the Kamigawa lands for as long as possible, just because they have a use for them outside of play it as a land. Cool. Restoration of Django. I haven't seen this in a Boros deck, so this should, if I had to guess, this is probably the Reanimator version of the. It's probably the Reanimator version of this list. Which, I'm curious to see how it works. I don't play against them too often, but I hate playing against Reanimator in general, just because it feels. I shouldn't say it feels cheap, because it's part of the game, but it's super annoying seeing a 4-drop, recursion spell bring back a 9-drop or something along those lines. Ugh, Legion Angel. Alright. That's frustrating. That's fine. We can Royal Eruption the first one, we can Brutal Cathar the next. All the while just beating the crap out of them. I don't like that tap me out of white. That's bad. However, I think we just have lethal, right? They're at 6. I know they get... They restore Django and get this 3-4. And I think they just signed their Death Wish with that restoration right there. Unless they have removal, they are dead. Because play with fire their face, brings them 4. Brutal Cathar. Or the Angel Fire Mission. Shit. Alright. So we take 5. They gain 5. I'm gonna play with fire their face. Bottom that den. We don't need a land right now, even when it's good as the den. Brutal Cathar will get rid of the Architect. They can still cast Angel Fire from the grave. I don't think they block here, especially with Angel Fire and especially with the Angel Fire in the graveyard. God, I hate Angel Fire Ignition so fucking much. Honestly, that Angel Fire and Reanimator are probably 2 of my least favorite decks to play against. Just because Angel Fire is just, yeah, man, let's give this card every single friggin' ability. I'm sure that's fine, you know. Lifelink, Indestructible, Trample, Haste. Like, come on, man. For 3 and 2 counters for just 3 mana, it's absolutely backbreaking. Unfortunately, I don't have any instant speed removal either, which is also fairly bad. Crap. Well, I'll play the Aspirant and try to commit to a future play, but still, we're not in good shape. On the plus side, Restoration of Django will kind of brick. They don't have anything to get back, but still, we're going to take another 5 here. Another 5, Lifelink, Indestructible, Trample, whatever. No. 3rd, Restoration of Django, too. Yeah, this one's looking more and more likely that it's going to be over very soon. Sure. Yep, you got it. Would like to see that land last turn, unfortunately. Okay, what do we do? We gotta play that as a Pillar Verge pathway. I'm going to play Initiate. I can double spell that Architect. Unfortunately, they have another 3/4 coming, so... and another 4/3 flyer. So I think I have to save it for the eventual Legion Angel. I can also just blow it up using Hopeful Initiate. I think that's probably the play. Obviously, Hopeful Initiate, 2 and a white, remove 2 counters, especially since they're dragons, using Dragon's Fire to kill it. I think it just makes sense. Move 2 counters from the Aspirant, blow up your Architect, whatever you want to call it. And now the Legion Angels are coming, and that's probably game over. Or just another Angel Fire Ignition. Fucking hell. I mean, we take 5, I can't block this thing, I can't deal with it. That power stance is huge. I'm gonna play this out just because there's a small chance we get like the god tier draw. I don't think it's gonna happen, but it might. It won't. It might. It's not. Especially since there's a second restoration. Very smart. They play Angel Fire Ignition on the other Architect. I have Devour stance it in response, but I'm still taking borderline lethal here, if not actual lethal in the next couple turns. Initiate can't kill the Architect. I have to block it. I'm taking 2, so I go to 3. Yeah, it's just game. They got Dragon's Fire for it anyway. Damn, dude. I don't know. I just fucking hate Angel Fire Ignition. Honestly, it is probably one of my least favorite cards of all time, just because of how pushed it feels, you know? A lot of cards are good just because of the effect they do. This is good because of the billion effects that it does. It is life gain, it is indestructible, trample, haste, vigilance. So it's a guaranteed free attack off this card. Period. It's big now, right? 2 counters, indestructible, trample, haste, vigilance. Just, I don't know. I think you easily could have made that card more balanced by just not putting by not giving it vigilance. One of those abilities is not needed, right? Then added to it, there's the flashback, which is just 1 extra mana, which is still very good. Another 2 counters, let's roll it back. It's just, I don't know. Hate that card so fucking much. Anyway, we're in real rough shape. Like I said, this deck's fairly inconsistent. I don't know why. It should be the most consistent deck you'll ever play. I mean, an aggro deck that literally just has 4-ofs, but somehow your lands don't support that. And to be fair, this is probably the worst 2-color lands for aggro that we've seen in a while, right? We've got the Snarls, which have to enter tapped unless you reveal a mountain, or a plains in this case, which isn't great. And then we got the slow lands, which, as the name implies, do not enter tapped unless you control 2 or more other lands, which, when you need these things early, they're fairly bad. You know? Just an awkward awkward series of lands for dual color decks. Which is why I'm shocked we haven't seen more mid-range strategies in the top, you know? Makes sense that monocolor doesn't care. Right? Monocolor aggro doesn't give a shit what color or what duels are in standard. Makes sense that they're in the top. Doesn't make sense that mid-range is in the top because they don't care about which lands that are tapped when they need all their colors anyway. Especially triangles, which also probably should exist just because mid-range. I just put the best of green in here. They're the best red, green, black, and they're fucked. Which is also super annoying, but another rant for another time. Huh. Anyway, whatever. Looks like we're playing Tamir Rogues. I mean, I can get behind this. I don't often see Rogues decks, or in this case, a Rogue will, for sure. But, it just seems like Sunrise Cavalier and Lunar Gasper might be too much for them to stop. They need removal pretty soon, or else these two cards are going to snowball super quickly. I mean, it's turn 3 and I'm attacking for 6. And all they have is 2 Akiba Reckoner Raids and a Wind Robber. Along with that, their life total does not tell the whole story. They've gained 4 life so far. What the hell? Hang on a second. Why is Ruin Crab in the deck? I guess it's a mill deck, but still, Akiba Reckoner Raid probably shouldn't be in there then, right? Like, that's kind of a awkward card. I don't know. Anyway, like I said, more inconsistencies. We don't get a ton of land. Some games, others we get 5. So, yeah. I'll put the counter on the Sunrise Cavalier just because I think it's a bit more expendable than the Lunar Gasprint. A guaranteed counter every turn versus potential one every turn is not great. Or they can still kill it, but they won't. These things, they are rogues. Okay, that makes more sense now. Whenever one or more rogues. Okay, cool. I mean, we still take a hit here. Losing Lunar Gasprint also sucks. Oh shit, they have... Okay, never mind, that's fine. I thought they had... That's still annoying, but that's fine. Just replay Akiba. Damn, dude, alright. Man, this deck's actually going off. And we got another fucking land. We're actually in real bad shape. 2, 4, 6 in there. That's gonna be a lot more than 6 too. I think that's just legal. 2, 3, 6, 9 in there. Plus 4 menace. I don't think I can attack. Honestly, I think I'm just dead. I'm stunned. I did not think that 1 silver for a master is brutal, and the fact that man, alright. Huh. That Ruin Crab's in there just to draw your attention. Yeah, they don't even have to attack. They just have the air dominance. I mean, that's just game, isn't it? We take 9. They have a 4-3 and a tier 2 back, so we can't really get through. And then at 1, if they have another Akiba Reckoner Raid, that's game. Sunrise is gone. Initiate gone. Again, not really relevant, but Brutal Cathar doesn't do it. That's game. Damn. Damn, dude, this is not going the way I thought. Alright, well, shake it off. We can keep it. I'm gonna keep going. That's just, I mean, that's just how Magic goes sometimes. You go up against your opponent with a god tier draw, you're on the plate, or you're on the draw too many times, whatever. That's what happens to the best one, you know? Shake it off. I'm gonna turn on the fan real quick. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. Alright, I'm back. As I was saying, you just gotta shake it off, you know, that's magic, right? Especially in best of one. Can't really come back from stuff like that. Usually play a second game, but whatever, we're best of one here, and god damn it. Alright, this is fine. Obviously, got color screwed that opening hand, can't roll with that. This one's much better, we're still on the draw. It's fine, we're fine. Lead with the mountain, play with Fire their Dome, because I'm going to want to scry to get another creature in here. Yeah, I gotta keep Willpower on top. I don't know what they're running yet. I've not seen Azarius too often. But I do know a lot of the creatures in Standard just tend to be very strong. If you're running mid-range, you're probably running you're running at least a couple of strong creatures. So I think it makes sense just to keep Willpower in there. And honestly, we're not really doing too much in the next couple turns, so that's just going to be a 31st striker. Still a decent beater. Pitch Devastating, Master and Field Ruin, yeah, that makes sense. Alright. That's a little too many lands. On the plus side with aggro decks, you can kind of tell if you're not going to win. I'm going to play this out just because there's a real good chance we're not winning this game, especially since we just lost our only creature. I mean, if it becomes night, we got a beater, but other than that, it's not looking too good. I got a main phase deluge. Alright, sure. Fuck. You gotta be kidding me. I mean, on the plus side, it becomes night. And on the other plus side, we're also getting super close to kicking Royal Eruption. It's not something you want to do as an aggro deck, though. I mean, Play with Fire is also nice. Again, guaranteed scry. Really would like that to be Thundering Raiju or something like that, though. Does not do enough. Just like the game, especially with the Wander. Crap.
I am the Emperor of Kamigawa. You protect my people.
I mean, on the plus side, they take some hits for it, but still, that's bad.
You're done.
Well, I'll Royal Eruption the Wanderer, and I'll play with Fire their face soon. Gotta take that thing out. The Wanderer will take over the game very quickly, especially when I have nothing going for me right now. Play with Fire face. Bottom play with Fire, that's not doing anything right now. Oh, okay, Luminarch Aspirant might get me back in this game. It might be too little too late, but it's one of the better cards I could have hit, at least. Maybe we got a chance here. Just maybe. Nope, we're fucked. I mean, I'll play this out, especially with the Django in hand. Maybe we got a chance here. Those things do not have vigilance. We just need one lucky draw here, and I mean, we can maybe race them too. They're at 13, we have a Den the Bugbear on the field. There's a chance. There's a small chance, but there's still a chance we can pull this out. They just need to do nothing. I mean, can we face Coxon's more damage? That's what we need. We need damage. I'm gonna put the counter on the Den. Maybe not the right choice, but I think that's more likely to draw removal. I do want that thing to die more than I want my Moonrek to die. I think the Moonrek Aspirant is more critical. Oh shit, I forgot. Oh, this creature existed. Well, shit. That sucks. Well, that's fine. Again, that drew their attention more than doing anything else. I do think we're still in better shape right now. If they keep activating Hull, if we keep hitting stuff like Sunrise Cavalier, we still have a pretty good chance to win this thing. Counter on the Goblin. I know they're probably going to eat either the Sunrise or the Luminar Aspirant. Either way, that Goblin's getting through. They shall go to the Sunrise, that's fine. That's Otawara, my Luminar, shit. Well, I was right. Goblin still got through. Still play Luminar Aspirant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have lethal on board. It's just they can block it. And they can gain life using that Faithful Mending. You need to hit like a Thunder Raichu or something. You populate will wipe the board, but still. Fuck, that mountain sucks. I'm gonna attack with the etching, just because we will live through we'll live through a Hall of the Storm Giants attack. Don't think it's worth it to hold this thing back, especially since they could easily have removal. Won't be relevant anyway. Rather get damage in when I can. Alright. Here we go. If I can hit Bloodthirsty Adversary's game. That's game. That is haste. We get to cast a spell from the graveyard. We choose Boros Eruption for an extra 3 damage. Come on. They can mend, so they're at 8, but that's lethal exactly. Come on, get in there. Get in there. Yes! Oh man, that was close. Oh man, alright. Much closer than it should have been, holy crap. 1 game down from 500. We're getting there. We are getting there. I got 20 minutes for the stream ends in order to get there. Okay. Easy, just need to win 1 game without losing 1. Simple, right? Or I should say win 2 without losing 1. That's how you got that. The goal is just to get to 500, then you just go, alright, 1 game above, 2 games above, 3 games above. You just gotta keep 1 more higher, that's all you need. 1 win at a time. The road to Mythic doesn't happen every night. You don't get there on day 1. And if you do, damn, what the fuck are you playing? But, still, it's just, I'll keep it. It's a keep. It's not great, but it's a keep. As I was saying, you just gotta take it 1 win at a time. You get there when you get there. Similar to how Down Flames isn't a journey, isn't a destination, it's a journey. The journey to Mythic is a journey. You gotta take it 1 win at a time, play as much as you can when you can. Just focus on the wins. Yeah, we took some bad beats today, but this is a win coming up. I can feel it. Go 3-3, then 4-3, 5-3, 6-3. Just keep going. That is a sick Rafine's Tower. Gonna put that mountain on the bottom. We have 20 turns to draw land, so I'm not really worried about it. About losing the land, especially since we just drew 1 there anyway. I was just trying to get gas, and I mean, getting the land out of the way early is always nice. If we get Sunrise Cavalier, we're in real good shape. Rumbling for 5 on turn 3 is nuts. Anyway, our opponent's taking their time here. That is for sure. Yep, Esper mid-range figures. So Hopeful Initiate wasn't quite what we were expecting, or hoping for, but fine. It's still a creature. It will get trained by these Raijus and the Bloodthirsty Adversary. It was rocket trained by the adversary. That thing's gone. That's fine. I'm happy with them burning that Vanishing Verse this early. It's a very powerful removal spell against this deck, considering every single card, excluding one, is monocolor. So getting that out of the way on a kind of minor card that already did its job is all good. 100% happy with that. Especially with 2 Thundering Raijus in hand, it's hard to see a downside here. Brutal Cathar, again, not what we're looking for. Pathways to Beetle Verge, just because having more red sources I think is more relevant, especially in this deck when you're more likely to have double red, triple red, or sorry, double red than double white. Yeah, there's no cards that double white in here. There's 4. Well, we can check real quick. Hang on. Yeah, as I was saying, there's no cards that are double white. There's only double red. So when playing this list, you're going to want to play the Pathways. Obviously, use Judgment. You're going to want more balance than Plains, just because of these Thundering Raijus. Anyway, come on, opponent. Come on, man. I'm trying to hit 500 here, dude. Hurry up. You'd be in much better shape. Thundering Raiju is a great combo with Hopeful Initiate. Anything with training plus the Raiju is super good, considering the Raiju just puts counters on itself, grows your other cards, and will ping your opponent based on the amount of modified creatures. Again, in this case, it's counters. Super good, especially on the play, and especially when you slam it on turn 4 to your opponent's 3, and they just, they burned a Vanishing Verse. Feeling real confident right now. Added to it, that haste is just brutal. Half the cards in this deck, it feels like, have haste. Ugh. Well. Obscure Charm. I don't know, I'm on the fence about this thing. I like it, I think it's very good, it's so narrow. To be fair, if you print a card that says, return target multicolor permanent card from your bin to the field tapped, counter target spell, destroy target creature, planeswalker. If those are the 3 modes, that's pretty brutal. There's gotta be some downside, but I think the downside just makes it way too narrow to be run consistently. However, in a fairly aggro meta like this, I think it does make a lot of sense. There's the Sunrise Cavalier, just a couple turns too late to be relevant, especially with the Raiju in hand. Good chance I play it next turn, but still, it feels bad. Feels bad drawing this a little bit late. Wanderer, shit. That's bad.
Run away. You'll be safer.
That is the wrong one to exile.
Judgment is fun.
Well, maybe not the wrong one to exile. They still take damage. Of course, that's the bigger one, so it does make sense. I mean, I'm hoping to get a burn spell, right? The odds aren't great, but if I can get Play with Fire, if I can get a Royal Eruption, that's Wanderer dead fairly easily. I still get to play Sunrise Cavalier and attack for a ton of damage. Currently, I think it's still lethal though, right? Provided they don't have removal.
I'll be back.
Or they're just gonna make the Wanderer.
The people.
Still good, it's gonna soak up a ton of damage for them, and that might definitely get in the way of this Raiju. I don't see it getting in the way of the Trample Sunrise Cavalier. I mean, this late in the game, Cavalier can get really scary. A lot of counters can get thrown around pretty quickly, especially with the Raiju, especially against a mid-range deck, or an Esper mid-range deck. Typically, they like to play things instant speed, so you're going to see a lot of like land go. That'll flip it to night fairly quickly, and if we get a 2-drop, we can flip it right back to day, get another counter. They're going to flip it to night, another counter. This thing's going to get pretty big pretty quickly. March of Wretched Sorrow, gain some life off that. Not the direction we want to see their life total going right now, especially this close to the finale. Again, one burn spell and we win. Provided they take the damage from the Sunrise Cavalier, of course, but still. Look tonight. Cavalier gets bigger. Royal Eruption, alright, cool. That could be game. Attack with the Cavalier. Get in there, buddy. Come on. Come on, please no Wanderer. Please no Wanderer. Please no Wanderer. Like, I can't play scared of the Wanderer, right? I have to get in there. It wasn't the Wanderer, but it also wasn't great for me. Alright, well, Brutal Cathar, in order to do anything about it, they got to pay 3 life, which will leave them open to Royal Eruption. So I think I'm going to want to try to keep this as much as possible in the dark. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 to activate. Shit. Their main phase cycle. Honestly, I don't think I would have main phase cycled. I think I would have held up the threat of the Hall of the Storm Giants. I think that's a fairly bad idea. Especially since if I don't attack, you can cycle anyway. Cycling is instant speed, after all. And there's the second Royal Eruption, so I'm going to try to force them to use as much mana as possible right now. And then just burn them out. We have guaranteed lethal, that's 9 damage. A 12, or 12 to consider the first strike. I don't think they have a lot of ways to gain life instant speed, but even if they do, it's not going to be enough, and in order to target Moonrage, they pay 3, so this game's over. On their own terms, alright, I like it. Cool. Moving right back up. Hey, that brings us to 500. Like I said, that's the goal, right? Get to 500, then get one more. If we can end this thing with only 3 losses, I know we only have 10 minutes left in the stream. If we can end this thing with only 10, or only 10. Oof. If we can end this thing with 3 losses, I'll be thrilled. Go for the quest there, take it. Alright. I mean, at this point, I think I'm just playing until I lose. Don't really have anything else I really need to worry about today, so. Maybe we'll get an extra long stream today. Who knows? All depends on how good I do. Because you can't end on a streak, right? Currently, we're 3-0. Or I shouldn't say we're 3-0. We've won 3 in a row. You can't end on a win like that, you know? You gotta keep this streak going. Boom, perfect. Got our lands, all of our colors, got our removal. We're in real good shape. The fact that I have to say we got all of our colors in a Boros deck is kind of concerning about this thing. And like I said, super inconsistent with what lands you get. And, like, again, the deck tops out at 4, but just feels like feels super inconsistent. Hopeful Initiate. I gotta bottom this. I don't think I'll be able to play it enough. It's just gonna chill in the hand. And, well, I would have had to get through that land anyway, so I think that's fine. The real showdown of the Scalds off of a Communion with Spirits. Seeing that early is kind of concerning. But honestly, it's not too worrying just yet. It's going to be a while before they can cast it. I definitely want to get this Virtuoso off the field right the fuck now. This card is super dangerous. It is Fencing Ace with upside, and I don't want to deal with it. It's 100% going to get a lot bigger very quickly. Cannot let that thing stick around. I can't stress enough how quickly that thing pops off. Yep, moving for champ, you got it. This card's also super dangerous, especially with the, crap load of items. I can't really deal with it too effectively, but still. Just being able to rumble for 9 here should be a fairly good way to kind of keep it in check. It's very difficult to attack when you're at 6. cast Sunrise, thank you. Put the counter on the Cathar. Rumble for 9. I'm gonna play the Snarl tapped. I have no reason to reveal that mountain, and hopefully this will make him think that I don't have any basics in hand. It's all about the mind games. Trying to blow off that extra spells in hand. Can't afford to have that thing enter untapped when really I just have a mountain. And I know you don't really think about that too often, especially, I shouldn't say you. I tend not to think about it too often in paper, or at least, sorry, excuse me, I think about that often in paper, not so much in arena. So hopefully that little bit right there might make them think he's got only gas. It's pure mind game, there's no real effect on the board. But hopefully I've got them thinking, what else does he have? Oh crap, that Virtuoso has lifelink now. And they're probably gonna pitch a rune. Actually, I wouldn't pitch a rune. I'd probably pitch that Showdown, yeah. That's a 2-2 lifelinking double striker. That's annoying. Well, we just play out the hand here. Luminar Gasprint, and Mana faces Kakazan. The hope is that they'll be forced to block and trade with that Virtuoso. It's not great, but I think I have to do this. I was tempted to put the 2 counters on Sunrise, but then they just chump with Runeforge. This way it's going to force a trade. Or maybe it won't. Honestly, they can still just chump with Runeforge. Nope, they'll trade for the Aspirant. That's fine. So they'll gain 4, take 4, leaving them static at 5. Though again, that's another relevant threat that I've taken off the board. Oh, Pothead. Alright, well. This game's over, I guess. Love to see your opponents playing Solitaire. And unfortunately, Showdown, okay. I think that may have been a mistake. Especially since they only hit lands. Alright, cool. I know they played a land for turn. Alright. 1000% certain they did. We're gonna speed, draw a card, we're gonna trample, draw a card. We're gonna sustenance, draw a card. So that's what, 6 lifelink coming at me, they're at 11. 7 lifelink coming at me, they're at 12. 8 lifelink coming at me, they're at 13. No blocks. Ow. And I drew a fucking mountain. God damn it. Well, put 2 counters on Sunrise and just pray it's big enough to fight them. I doubt it, but we'll see. That is 6 lands to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spells. Perfect. In a deck that runs 20, that's in a second shit, so that's probably game over right there. I mean, we'll see. I'll play it out. I've had stranger wins on the stream alone, but still, 2 potheads, everything. Wait a second. Why would you play the pothead? Definitely gone for Touch the Spirit Realm. Oh shit, they had a land drop. Okay, never mind. That's game. Yep, Sunrise is gone. That's game. All right. Well. Fuck. God damn, I hate runes. To be honest, there's not a lot of things I don't hate in the standard. I'm not gonna say this is one of the worst standard formats in a while, which I think that's very unfair. It's a very diverse standard. Unfortunately, just so many cards just seem to just slip through Wizard's mind, you know? Between Runes and Rafine and Fable the Mirror Breaker or Seeker's Chariot, it's just all these spells are just so pushed, it just feels so bad playing, you know? just leads to not a fun standard, in my opinion. I know a lot of people at my store will talk shit about standard, apart from the standard players, which is pretty funny. In my store, the hierarchy is effective. You got the drafters, you got the commander players, which I'm a part of, and you got the standard players. And there's just feels like a mini gang war going on between them. Whenever a new player enters the store, just everyone tries their best to, like, no, don't play standard. Standard shit. You're gonna spend $400 and have to spend it every year. And then the standard player's like, don't play draft. You're spending $40 a month. It fucking sucks. And then you got the commander player. Then you got the draft player saying, don't play commander. Commander's $400 for a draft or for a deck that's gonna suck. But yeah, no, it's hard not to see standard. It's just like, let me shell out $500 for a deck that's just gonna play against other unfun decks. I mean, at least with limited, you have everything's on a fairly even playing field, and with commander, it's just anything goes. Who cares, But yeah, unfortunately, we went 3-4 today. Gonna crack 3 packs for the 3 wins. Let's see. I'll just go all Strixhaven. I like this set a lot. I don't get to play it too often. So let's see what we get here. Throw Possibilities, always cool. Selfless Cliffweaver. Really cool card. Just never gonna see any play. Just a bulk rare, which is unfortunate. Pack number 2, Wandrix Command. All the commands are really good. Personally, as a commander player, I like a lot of cards with a ton of versatility, and this fits the bill. It's removal, it's a counter spell, it's 2 counters, and it's a regrowth if you really, really need it. So I like it. Personally, I think it's very good. Final pack, what we got here? Strixhaven Stadium is the rare, so that means we got an archived Mythic, Mystic Mastery, Tendrils of Agony. Alright, well. Yeah, Storm shouldn't exist. Alright, cool. Well, with that, I'd like to thank you so much for watching, so much for tuning in. I know it was kind of a rough one. 3 and 4s always meh, and I know it's standard, so like yeah, again, not really looking too great there. But thank you so much for sticking with me, for watching this stream. I am on YouTube, on Twitch, and on Twitter, Gilgamesh746 on all 3 of them. If you follow on Twitter, I have pre-release codes for Baldur's Gate, Kamigawa, and Midnight Hunt. Just let me know and I'll send you one of those. I'm going to be back probably on Saturday. This time we're going to be playing Limited. I forget what the traditional, the quick draft is, but we're going to be playing whichever draft format that is, so I'll be sure to tune in for that. And yeah, with that, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next stream.